So this is the last map. This is Darkness. Maxwell is ugly, uglier than ever. I have all my items. Alright, so, oh, this is really bad. I hate it when I get this. Um, Darkness is a map that's permanently nighttime, as you can see. So you have to use your torches, your miner hat really efficiently. In my case, I'm not going to use it that efficiently. I'm just going to basically keep it on permanently. Um, But there is another part of the map, another challenge to the map. The first challenge is the darkness. The second challenges, I should say, are the obelisks. So obelisks are items that basically block you from progressing. They either block you or let you pass through an area based on the level of sanity you have. And there are two types of obelisks. Some of them let you go through if your sanity is really high, other ones when your sanity is low. So it becomes kind of challenging. You need to understand how to maintain your sanity, and you need to understand how to manipulate your sanity in order to get by them. Luckily for me, it's no problem. So let's just begin this map. You want to start the map as always by picking up everything in your immediate surroundings and then exploring afterwards. I have the bug net just in case I need it. I will need it for the miner hat eventually. Starting with the fire staff is actually really good. I like starting with the fire staff. I mentioned that it's not good to get this miner hat thing because prototyping items restores 15 sanity. And this is really important because when you do encounter the obelisk, and you need to raise your sanity in order to get by it, or you just want to have more sanity in general, prototyping an item is actually a very easy way to do it. But because I already have the miner hat built, this is a useless item to me. Because I already prototyped it. And if you prototype it once, the next time you make it, you don't get sanity from it. You just make the item. I have no hat to cycle my miner hats at the moment, but it's not a problem. I'll just keep it on. So, even on this map, you start in the grassland biome. The grassland biome has a lot of food and a lot of grass, I guess. It has a lot of grass, has a lot of resources that you basically use to sustain yourself, as you can see from this side. The gunpowder is not one of them. That's like the basic items, logs, grass, you know, that stuff. But you want to pick up as much as you can before you get to the edge, and then that's when you start exploring. You want to always start off by exploring the edges first, and filling in if necessary. Now, in survival mode, you're always going to be filling it in, eventually. Just because, you have your world, the world's going to be yours for as long as you survive, or as long as you want to keep the world alive. And in that case, you want to have the entire world explored. But in adventure mode, it's not that necessary. The goal of adventure mode is to basically beat the campaign. So you want to find the 4 things, and you want to teleport off this really terrible place. And you'll do that by rushing. Normally there are Maxwell lights. You may have seen one. You may have seen this one light up when I walk near it. That's just to assist you. So you're not in permanent darkness, because then you would die if you were in permanent darkness and had no resources. Like this one. But the goal right now for me is to make a football helmet so I can actually swap this on and off. So if I'm passing through one of these areas, I can just hit one of the hotkeys and swap it off. So I'm gonna hammer one of these areas. I'm gonna hammer one of these pig houses. I don't have enough rocks. Okay, I'll just mine a rock then. This is also why I bring gold with me, so I can use the gold to make a pickaxe. Or an axe. I'm gonna leave the niter because I don't need it. The rocks, I only need 3 for a hammer. I'm gonna hammer the pig house. Yes, it's rude, but I need this stuff more than he needs to sleep in his house. Oh, the pig house! Oh, the pig is dead. Oh, no, it's not dead. Never mind. I thought the pig was dead. Okay, so I got the pig skin. Pigskin will turn into a football helmet for me to use. And this football helmet I will be able to swap on and off like this, so I can flicker it very easily. I'm going to grab this stuff, the boards, not the stone, because the stone doesn't make anything. The stones don't do anything, I should say. Nothing makes anything really anymore. At least nothing that I need. I will mine this though. But the boards can be used as fuel. So because they're useful as fuel as well, I'll take the boards with me. The stones, you can't burn them into fuel. So I'm aiming to beat this map in like 6 days, but recently a lot of the time I've been on this map until the full moon, which is day 9. But in ROG, this map with the full moon is actually extremely easy because the full moon illuminates everything around you. And since this map is permanent darkness, then you permanently have light. It's basically daytime for you. With sanity loss. Minor sanity loss. Not major sanity loss because the darkness is not technically there anymore. It's just nighttime, so that's the nighttime sanity loss. In vanilla, this map is actually a lot harder. You can't actually rush through it. But I think this is why they give you a fire staff sometimes. It's not a 100% chance. There is a chance for you to get a fire staff in the very beginning. And usually there's a swamp, like right here, but it seems very awkward. I'm actually going to move back and backtrack a little bit. This is a new section. Most likely there's going to be an obelisk in one of these areas to basically gate me from passing through. And when I pass through, that's it. I'll pass through it and then I can't go back. Technically. That's essentially how they're supposed to work, but you can always go back by manipulating your sanity, which I will show you once I get there. But yeah, this map is like a segmented map. You have to think of it as having certain segments to it, and once you pass one of them, you can't really find what you're looking for anymore. So that's why I'm not going through there. It's not a 100% chance. It's not like, always like that, but there's a chance that's going to happen. There's a chance that if I do pass that area, I might miss something in this area, just because this area is so big. So I'm not going to risk it. There is something around here, though. So I think once I make a loop around, I'll head over there and check it out. I have like no food actually, so I'm gonna actually kill these things. Oh, I made a mistake actually. There's a reason why I prototype as much as I can. Yeah, that's my mistake. I should have just smacked it with the walking cane. The sphere does nothing now. I'm just gonna drop it. So I have a ham bat now. That is my combat item, in case I need food. There's no egg here for some reason. That is not good. I actually do need food. So, food sources I have at the moment. There's a tall bird there. There's probably more over here. There's a bunch of spiders I can eat. That sounds weird. There's a pig village here. I can kill the pigs for meat. More spiders. Probably more tall birds in this area. This will be my food. I'm at half hunger right now, and I will be needing it. Look at the glaciers. If the glaciers were not melted, then I would use the glaciers as a source of food. Because they do drop ice, and ice you can eat. Oh, this ice is glacier. Okay, so if I do need food, I can eat some of the glaciers. There's always an option. It's not very efficient in terms of like the food itself, but if you have nothing else, it's the only food other than meat from tall birds and tall bird eggs that you will find in the rocky biome. But it seems like I'm okay now. I've killed a couple of tall birds already, and they're dropping 2 meat each time, so I'm pretty okay on food. You just want to speed through the map as quickly as possible. You don't want to stop, but you do want to check this as much as you can. I'm not doing it as much as I should, which means I could miss something, and if I do miss something, then it's my fault completely. The mistakes you make in Don't Starve, it's like 99% your fault and 1% RNG. And that 1% is like getting struck by lightning while you're fighting and then you die. There's just not that much RNG in this game that's like totally gonna kill you. It can make your life a bit harder, but only a little bit. If you can manage it well, then it's still fine. So like the RNG, the bad RNG for me now is it's not having a real food source. But because I'm moving around so quickly, oh, there's another intersection. Interesting. So I'm not gonna go there. But yeah, like I said, you can manage the RNG. In my case, I'm moving around quickly, going through the areas that I know will probably have food, a very high chance, which is this area. Coincidentally, it's also the area I'm exploring, so I'm both exploring and potentially gathering food. And at the moment, my hunger doesn't really require me to eat right now. Just because your hunger is low doesn't mean you're hungry. Well, maybe he's hungry. Maybe he feels hungry inside the Don't Starve world, but we only care if he's hungry and he's actually dying because of it. So, poor Wilson. We as players here do not care for your well-being as much as you do. Eternal Night, so it would be hard. Ooh, that's food. If it moves, it's food. Eternal Night is hard if you don't know what you're doing. But because I have a miner hat, this becomes like 10 times easier. And the reason why I brought over a bug net is because the bug net allows me to catch fireflies, and the fireflies let me fuel the miner hat, which is at 4% right now. So I will fuel it. How am I heading in the right direction? It's probably over here, actually. It's probably like right there, or over here. Unless the game's trolling me again. There's nothing here. There's no way something is here, and it's telling me I'm heading in the right direction, and it's actually like the right direction here. 0%. Hello? I actually had no twigs? Wow. Interesting. That is not a good thing, not having any twigs. I think I cut through, that's why. I cut through one side and missed some of the resources from the other side, so this side maybe. Is George there? George is always here. It is darkness after all. Ooh, more food. Yeah, food is pretty scarce on this map in general. And not anymore. I'm gonna eat this though. I don't want to heat it up. I don't want to cook it because I don't want to make a fire yet. It's not. There's not a point to making a fire. Okay, actually, I could just made a. I could have just made a fire over here, but I'm not going to do it. I'm just gonna keep going. Just gonna grind along the map. And I guess this is very bad, actually. This RNG, this map RNG, is very bad. Because we have one here, one intersection here that leads to another biome, one intersection here that leads to another biome, and I don't know which one is the correct one. Usually, you only have one place to go. So I'm actually gonna just go to both of them. This is pretty bad RNG, honestly, but it's just gonna be a little more time consuming, that's about it. If I chose wrong here, I'll have to backtrack. We'll see. I think the game was trolling me again with that signal. Unless it's, like, no, it could be there, never mind. It might not be trolling me. So just be careful here. You don't want to step on those traps because they really hurt. Okay, so the signal, even though it says the signal is faint, you can tell that the sound of the signal is actually louder than the last time I checked. Oh my god, the game did troll me. What the hell is this? It's supposed to lead somewhere. Usually when you find a field of tooth traps, it leads somewhere, but this one actually doesn't lead anywhere. Huh. Okay. Well, the game trolled me. Again. I'm gonna go up here and I'm gonna kill the pig that I broke out of his prison, his home. I'm gonna just weave through here. Hopefully I don't miss anything. There could be something in this area. Then I'm gonna go the right way. The only right way. So there actually is only one way for this map, one path for this map, towards the exit. Because Maxwell is a troll after all. Burn. Let's circle around here. Ooh. Almost walked into that one. Keep your light on. That's a good tip. So there probably isn't anything here. Alright, let's get out of here. See, this map is interesting because I always question myself. I question myself because I'm never sure if I did miss something, but I'm pretty sure I didn't miss anything. Just because it's not likely things will be in this area the way the map is right now. The state of the map should not indicate that there's something here. Okay, I'm gonna go this way, actually. Wait. Yeah, I'm gonna go that way. Doesn't really matter which way I go, but just choose a direction. I'm low on hunger. Still low on hunger. I'm gonna be looking to cook my meat soon. Or, the reason why I haven't cooked it yet is because you can use them to manipulate your sanity. So if I do encounter the obelisks, and they require me to lower my sanity, I have a means to do so, which is my meat. Eating raw meat will lower your sanity. It's going crazy for some reason. Why is it going crazy? Oh, it's the ring thing. So it seems like that's the only thing. I'm going to continue, though. Why are there so many pigs? I'll keep that for a hand bat, in case I need another one. But I doubt I will. Oh no, I'm hungry. Alright, I'm gonna eat the meat. It's okay to lower my sanity a little bit. This will stave off the hunger for a little bit. Oh, as a general rule for this map, you don't want to aggro the spiders, because once you aggro them, they never return back into their homes. And if you have a bunch of spiders running around, that is extremely annoying. So I'm going to actually try and avoid this. I see the wall, so I can just go around. Okay, so I'm still on the edge, and I did not aggro the spiders. There are a lot of pigs here. I don't know why the pigs are here. How have I managed to get so much stuff already? It's adventure mode. It's the 5th map on adventure mode. Plus, you only start with 4 items, so like, what is it? Like 80% of the items that I found on this map. Technically, I guess I did start with the fire staff as well. This is the final stage of adventure mode. You always get this map as the last stage, the 5th stage, and it's permanent darkness. It's lights out mode, and all you have to do is find the 4 things. Technically 5, but you have to gather the 4 things and bring it to the 5th thing. I have one of them with me, the ring thing. So I need 3 more things. You know, they could have used a different word. Like artifact or something. The ring artifact. Or the component. The thing is just like, I don't know. It's quirky. That's what Don't Starve is, right? Don't Starve is a quirky game, but it seems rather boring. Especially when you have like so many interesting item names. Like the, let's see, what else is there? Some of them are interesting, I just can't think of any right now. What am I trying to think of? I'm drawing a blank. Well, there's some of them are pretty cool. Oh, like these. Okay, this is a good one. Science Machine's pretty boring, but then it turns into Alchemy Engine. Whoa. That's pretty cool stuff. Right? At least a little bit. What's the next one? It's the Hat Machine. I don't know what it's called. I never know what it's called. And then the one after that is that little triangle thing. Shadow thing. So it's probably around here somewhere. I'm not gonna go inside yet. I want to explore the edges first. Always want to explore the edges before you fill out the middle. just so you know how big the map is. But I will do it before I leave the area. Just because it's darkness, I don't want to come back here if I don't have to. Okay, so I'm losing the signal. I want to cut it in the middle, and then I'm going to resume afterwards. So after this, you go through map... let's see. So this is after you go through Maxwell's portal. You don't need to find the things on survival mode. You just have to go through the portal. There's two things on survival mode. There's the wooden thing, which is what you need to travel between worlds. It basically resets your world. Okay, so this is the box thing. Box. There we go. You can't carry anymore. I'll just dump the pigskin. And then there's also Maxwell's door. So it's like an actual... It's a different object. It looks like a giant gate. And that's what you need to go through in order to get to adventure mode. So I'm going to cut back through again, and then I'm going to head over, complete my little circle around this area. Alright, so I found the obelisk, I think. What the hell? Oh no! It's not an obelisk, it's a rock wall. It makes a new world, so you just move to the next world. You bring 4 items with you, just like in this, and you can choose a new character. That's it. Personally, I never move worlds, but that's because I like spending my time making a giant base. Alright, the reason why I'm not going through yet is because I want to finish exploring this area, just to make sure that I didn't miss anything. There is a chance that I did miss something, which would result in me having to backtrack, and that's not good. Oh, you carry everything in your inventory? Okay. So, I've never done it. So if you can carry everything, that's great. You can actually bring a bunch of Houndius Shootiuses if you carry everything. So you can fill up your inventory with Houndius Shootiuses. Because there's only 3 per map. But I think that's a pretty cool thing to bring over if you do end up doing that. That is if you don't place them. I think if you place them, they just become structures and you can't move them anymore. You need to actually have the Houndius Shootius item. You also want to keep an eye on your miner hat. Oh, that was very stupid of me. Alright, so there doesn't seem to be anything here. I'm pretty sure there's nothing here anymore. There's nothing here. There's probably nothing here. I'm going to cut through here just in case, and then I'm going to go through the little boulder wall there. I do need more fireflies, so maybe I'll do that. Actually, yeah, I'll do that now. There's a nice little place here in the farm. So with spiders, you want to let them attack once, just so they remain interested, and then you kill them away from their nest. Otherwise, more spiders will spawn, and that's not good. You have to aggro them. You have to make them interested in you. Otherwise, they just stay there. Oh no! I spawned one. Oh well, it's fine. But normally you don't want to spawn them. It's just irritating to spawn them. Drop the sleep dart because it's pretty useless. Make another bug nest so I can get more fireflies. Carry the meat with me because I'm still going to need food. And that should be it for now. Take the blue mushroom as well. Blue mushroom is nice. Yeah, I'll be in the epilogue after I finish this map, so hopefully soon, within the next hour, I should be finished everything. I was gonna stop at my normal time, but I might as well just finish it. Because yesterday I was just so tired I couldn't do more than one map. I was like completely exhausted and really stupid, so I wasn't in the right state of mind to finish the map properly. I barely did the first map properly, and it took forever anyway. Today I'm feeling a little bit better, so I can go on for a bit longer, and I can finish this week's run without having to wait until tomorrow or something. I'm gonna do one run per week now on adventure mode. Put them all on YouTube eventually once I get everything sorted for YouTube. And yeah, we'll have a regular adventure mode series. I'm pretty paranoid, but I'm pretty sure there's nothing there. Alright, I'm actually gonna do this right now. This thing's annoying. I'm gonna leave my sanity for now. I don't really need sanity. I'm gonna have to drop it or raise it depending on which obelisks I encounter anyway. But I guess luckily for me, the first objective to complete is to pass through this area up here with a bunch of boulders, which is pretty easy to get through. You just need a pickaxe to get through it. And I have a golden pickaxe. Aha. I'm pretty sure there's nothing here. So I'm just gonna go towards the barricade, go through the barricade, and there should be more things on the other side. And there's probably gonna be at least one obelisk wall. It's unlikely that you're only gonna encounter boulders, the boulder barricade. I think there's a chance that you only get the boulder barricades, like 2 or 3 of them. But I'm pretty sure there are obelisks. Almost always there are. So just kill 2 on each side. You don't have to kill more. 2. Don't care about the rocks, and then 2. And you will now be on a separate side with a new biome. So, go along the edge as usual. Same old, same old. Oh, I do have to check this though. There we go. So I'm going the right way. New biome, new edges, new thing to find. Go away, stupid bird. You want to try and avoid stepping on the spider creep, the web. Because once the spiders come out of their nests, they will permanently be out of their nests. And if you let a lot of them out, they may actually hinder your progress by walking around. Sometimes you can't avoid it. Sometimes you just get stuck doing that. You get stuck with this issue. But you want to try and avoid it if you can. You want to stay as close as possible to the edge without leaving your path. Unfortunately, there can be a ton of spiders. So I'm actually going to walk through this entire area. I want to see how much of the area is covered. Oh, I see. So there's only one. Ah. There was only one nest on the other side. Oh my god. This is what you should not do. So don't do this. Unless you're okay with letting out a ton of spiders. That will permanently be there. Alright, so the thing is probably around here somewhere. I'll head back there once I circle around, but until then I'm gonna continue along my path through the edges of the map. Wow, that is a lot of spiders. Oh, it's a Terrorbeak. Okay, I gotta deal with that now. I don't want to walk into a Terrorbeak. Okay, auto-target has its issues, and that is one of the reasons why auto-targeting can be very annoying. When you hit the wrong thing and you lock yourself in the animation, and then you hit the other thing that walks near you because you auto-target. Yeah, if you're Weber, this is actually pretty easy. This map is really easy as Weber. A majority of the obstacles is spider webs. And also, Weber, his sanity is quite low. Holy shit, it's a lot of spiders. So you can actually drop your sanity very quickly if you're playing Weber. And obviously you can regain it quickly because it's based off of a percentage of your max sanity, how you go, or when you go insane. So Weber does pretty well on this map. I think Weber in general does pretty well on adventure mode. Oh, that's not good. Because there's that area in The Game is Afoot. Oh my god, there's so many. Where it's like a wall of spiders. If you're Weber, then that area is just no problem at all for you. Did I just hear a Terrorbeak? Alright, so there's another thing here. There's one thing over here and one thing over here. I want to say that's the case. I could be wrong. We'll see once I actually make a circle around. Okay, so I'm gonna stop here and go back a little bit. No, don't rain! Oh my god, my sanity. So I know this is a new biome, it's a marsh. But before I go through there, I want to backtrack a little bit. Not backtrack, but finish exploring this area. Making a circle around. And then I'll fill in the middle and potentially find what I'm looking for, what the signal is. It might be two things, actually. It actually might be two things. So that'd be pretty cool. Very efficient. Finding two right next to each other. Why is it night all the time? It's the final map of adventure mode. It's called Darkness. Very appropriate name. Did I hear a Terrorbeak? Wait a couple seconds. I know there are people on mobile who can't see the title, but the title does say it's adventure mode. But if you're not familiar with adventure mode, I guess you don't know either. So, adventure mode is basically the campaign mode of this game. You go through 5 stages. Um, for the first 4 stages, they're somewhat random maps, but the last stage is always this dark map, darkness. Every map has certain themes and challenges you have to complete, and you have to know how to deal with them. Oh, that's a cherry peak. That is scary. I hate fighting them in total darkness. They're so hard to see. When your sanity is really low and it's nighttime, they're basically almost invisible for you. But you can see them moving a little bit. And you just gotta kite them out. The smarter thing to do, if you really can't see them properly, is to find one of these lights. So the closest one would have been like over here. You could just run there, and then kill it after you reach that point. It's especially good because you can actually switch off your miner hat, which means if you do get hit, you won't take a ton of damage from it. You'll be able to mitigate the damage with the football helmet. Okay, so it's up here somewhere. When you're in darkness, the way your minimap works is, I don't mean the map darkness, but like in a dark area. The way your map works is your maximum vision will appear on the minimap. So even though the vision that you have with, let's say, the torch is not very large, you can still see like the range on your minimap. So if you do need to find something in the vicinity and you can't see anything because of the limitations of sight based on where you are and your, I guess, current status, then you can actually just check the minimap. The minimap will tell you information. Like, what exactly am I looking for in this area that's causing it to go crazy? And the answer will come to me very soon. Very, very soon. What is this? Shovel. Too bad it's not a golden shovel. Aha, so this, I know what this is. This is the crank thing. Just seeing a little bit of this area tells me automatically it's the crank thing. And it's the crank thing. Yay! Alright, so once you find something, you still want to check with the divining rod if there's something else nearby. Apparently, I guess I was wrong. There was only one thing here, but I'm going to check over to this side just in case. Signal would have gone off by now, but there's no signal, so I'm just going to move away. Next area, into the swamp. Sanity is getting low again. Ooh, Chester, I'll take them. Actually do need Chester with me at the moment. TJVD, thanks for following. I'll put away the items I don't need, and I'm going to keep the items that I do need. So I have 3 of the things already. I just need 2 more things, and then one more thing, and then I'll be done the map. Basically. I still have to find the exit. Hi Booyah, thanks for following. So there's actually something over here. Okay, I guess this is what triggered it. When I was in this area, it wasn't the crank thing that triggered it. It was something here. So there's probably, what am I missing? The potato thing. It's probably over here. That's the game's trolling me. No, it's not. It's here? So I passed it. Well, either way, I'm going to go around. There are no obelisks so far. That is very interesting. I don't think I've ever played this map and have no obelisks. So I'm expecting it soon. Maybe? So, a really good thing to do is just keep an eye on limited resources that you have. So, your light durability, your fireflies to refuel your light, your campfire stuff, grass twigs, your food, of course. Food is very important. Your sanity based items, like the mushrooms that I have. Keep them all in mind. Because if you lose track of it, like you probably saw earlier, if you were here, I accidentally let the light go out, which was pretty scary, but I have backups just in case. I have all my fires pre-built. I have the torch over here in case I do need it, and yeah, I'm not gonna die. So if you came here to see someone die, I guess that's too bad for you. I might still die. I might die. Very unlikely, but you're here to see me survive, not die. So just flicker this as much as you can. This is a pretty big area. I actually don't think there are obelisks. That is very interesting. If there is one, it'll be here, leading into a biome here. If there is one. This is a very interesting map. This run has been quite interesting. Just the RNG that's been occurring. The map layouts that have been given to me. Oh my god, I'm stuck. See, if they're busy fighting the tentacles, they don't actually attack me, so you don't have to worry about them. But if they ever drop aggro on the tentacles, they will attack you. So in that case, I would have been bombarded by the worms over there, and that is not a very good place to be in, because they'll attack you over and over again and stun lock you in the corner, and you will probably die. Or you can put on your football helmet and die to darkness. Actually, I probably wouldn't have died. I'd probably just put on the football helmet and then raise my torch. That is the realistic thing to do in that case. Okay, well, I found something that I don't like. Killer bees, again. It's always killer bees. God damn it. I'm actually at 0 right now. I'll just eat one of these. Because I'm at 0 sanity, it doesn't matter if I eat the meat when it's going bad. Although I do get less hunger from it, so that is the negative side of it. But I do want to finish this area as fast as I can. Getting pretty close. It's in here somewhere. Here. the other way. So it's in here somewhere. I'm gonna use the minimap again to give myself vision of the otherwise completely dark area. So the grassland biome often has a lot of carrots. I'm probably gonna start a fire somewhere around here, and then I'm gonna eat the carrots once I get across. That's me planning ahead, by the way. That's how you should be thinking when you plan ahead in this game. What your next move is gonna be, and there's also the potato thing, which always has carrots as well. So if I do need stuff, this is where I will be getting my stuff. Chester has boards inside of him. That's why I kept the boards. I mentioned earlier that the boards are a very good item to bring with you, and this is exactly the reason why. I know I burned down the farms, but we don't need farms right now. We need a little bit of light. And no, that was a mistake. And food. So I'm gonna recover my food. Luckily, I started with the fire staff. So because I started with the fire staff, this area actually becomes relatively easy. Normally, I would have to camp out here. If I didn't play on ROG especially, I would have to camp out here. Well, there's a worm there for some reason. I gotta be careful of the worm so it doesn't actually attack me. But because I have a fire staff, I can light things on fire from far away. Which means I can start a fire down this path. Why is there a tentacle there? Okay, so it seems like there isn't a wall of killer beehives, which is what happens sometimes. So I guess I'm kind of lucky in that sense. Yeah, if you've seen the previous runs, almost always I just get like a wall of killer bees, but it seems like this is an intersection into a different biome, another grassland biome, and probably something else. So because of that, it's not like an actual giant grassland biome with a ton of killer bees. So I'm in a pretty okay spot then. I could just recover all my oh god. Okay, as I was saying. That would have been 10 times worse if it was like an actual wall of killer bees. As I was saying, I can recover my sanity here if I wanted to. Not by too much, but a little bit. And, in general, you should still light the area. It's a very dangerous biome, the ones with killer bees in it. Especially if you don't have any armor on, which I don't. I'm prioritizing vision over like, combat, so I won't have any actual armor most of the time. And if they accidentally hit me, or if I accidentally run into them, like right now, there's a chance there are killer bees in here. Could result in me dying. This seems to be nothing. Let's see. The exit is very faint. The signal is very faint, so the exit is not here. I still think there should be an obelisk somewhere. I feel like there should be. So maybe like it branches off this way with an obelisk? So I'm gonna actually recover my sanity a little bit. Halfway is fine. If there is an obelisk, I can just eat the blue mushrooms, the raw ones. Raw blue mushrooms will damage your sanity in return for health. So if you need health, you can eat blue mushrooms for a pretty big burst of health. But you do lose sanity for it. In this case, oh wait, that's the wooden thing. Okay, so I found the exit. In this case, I would be using this just to lower my sanity, not for the health. Okay, so that's the exit. I have essentially completed adventure mode. Again. Yay. Alright, so while the clockworks are busy... Okay, well that spider didn't last for very long. Unfortunately. So this is the end of adventure mode. I just have to pass through it and I'm done. So, just give me a second. I'm gonna kill this piece of garbage. You like fire? Yeah. How does that feel? I gotta walk down. The reason I'm walking down is because the bishops have aggroed me. They are enemies that do have an assisting mechanic. So because I hit the horse, because I hit the knight, the bishops are angry. That's it, right? And then unlock it. Try. Oh no! So because this is the end, you don't actually have to bring anything with you. But I will bring some stuff just to show you some things. Oh, why not? Bring this. Alright, so that's adventure mode. Now it's the epilogue. We are done adventure mode again. 6 days, not bad. So there were actually no obelisks. If you want to see what the obelisks do and you don't know what I'm talking about, I will put the previous runs on YouTube eventually once I figure out how to do some editing stuff for newer videos. I want to improve some of the quality of the videos, but they will eventually be on YouTube, along with this run as well. So, epilogue is basically just walking down this carpet here. Actually, that's not true. This is marble. The middle is marble, the sides are carpet. You have to distinguish between the two because there's a difference. You can explore the edges, the other areas as well. Like this is, I think that the lore behind it is that this is Maxwell's world that he survived in. So this was his world before everything went to shit. But aside from that, like there really isn't anything. You can find food here. Ooh. It's still fresh. That's the thing. I don't know how he did it, but apparently all this food is still fresh. So I'm actually gonna take these mushrooms. These very, very delicious red mushrooms. Hello, welcome back. I'm almost done, unfortunately. So you cut the end of the adventure mode run. And this is Maxwell in all his glory. So you can attack him. It does nothing. If you hit him with another weapon, if you hit him with a melee weapon, it will actually lightning strike you and remove your weapon. So you can see my walking cane is gone. I'll turn the music off. So thank you for it. That's basically it. That's the ending. So what you would normally do if you just played this game is you would take this thing and unlock. It's like a key. See? Yeah, it's a key. You would unlock him from the throne, and then you take his place, and you get stuck here. And whatever character that you finish adventure mode with, subsequently will be led here, and you'll see your previous character there, and you can choose to unlock your previous character. So it's just a cycle. It's an endless cycle. You can never escape. Don't Starve will keep you chained forever. It's just how it works. But I guess there is one escape, and that is Sudoku. Again. So I'm gonna kill myself now. Oh, come on, you can do better than that. Alright. So because Charlie sucks, I'm gonna fill Maxwell with despair. He thinks I'm here to help him. This is what I think about him helping. Oh god, it's one of these. No! Stop it! I wanna... Fine, whatever. Ha! I killed myself before you could kill me. And that is the end of this run. That is the end of this week's adventure mode.